listen to me, devil. I tell you what we're gonna do.
Hey, folks, this is Pastor Matney, director of the South Florida Holiness Youth Camp, and we're coming to you live here at S.F.H.Y.C. After Dark. We have had a phenomenal first service on this Monday night, and we're going to be doing this every night after camp. It is Monday night, June the 24th, 2024. Some of you may be driving home from service and picking this up. If you're a passenger, don't drive and watch. We're just excited. We've got great plans for this camp. What a kickoff. Wonderful. And we're just... Yeah, hello. Yeah, hello. How in the world did they get an alligator in the dorm? They're doing what with it? I got... Levi, I'll get somebody in here to run this. I don't have crazy boys. I don't know what in the world. I'll get somebody, Levi, to run this. I'll be back.
What is going on? Brother Matney said, brother, get over into the podcast studio, brother. I need you to do something for me. What? I asked him about payment. He gave me a Rice Krispie treat. I don't know what's going on, but anyhow, yeah.
We're live now?
We're live.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the S.F.H.Y.C. After Dark podcast. We're starting it tonight. Terrific night we've had so far. You can hear a little example of that. I'll let it play in the background here. Man, what a song. What a night. We had a great service. We look forward to having 4 other great services in the night, 5 other ones in the day. 5, 4, I can't count. But anyhow, we are here interviewing. It didn't leave me in the notes, so I guess I got to go with who I have in the podcast here in the studio. So I'm just going to turn it over to Amber Swarey. She's been a camper here for how long?
My first year that I was a camper was in 2018, I believe.
2018.
So 6. So
6
I was
years?
a camper for 5 years. So 6
Okay,
years
nice.
ago.
Nice.
This was my first year.
How long have I been? I think 11 years. A long time. But anyhow, this year I actually I got too old. Much actually, unlike our politicians of today, you never age out. But this time I did actually age out. I'm 20 years old. I can no longer be a camper. So instead, I'm a worker, which means I'm one outside in the hot sun, teaching little kids how to play kickball. 2, I'm in the podcast studio, which Brother Manny has just hurriedly thrust upon me, which is a joke. He's told me about this month in advance, but it's been a terrific idea. We love him. He's the best at almost everything, including promotion, and it gets your attention, doesn't it? So anyhow, we're going to have a little conversation about the transitionary period between a camper to a worker. Because I got to be honest, I didn't get my house or even find out where I was staying until Saturday, which is sad. I mean, but I'm used to sleeping in the dorms. It's a whole ordeal. And so I was kind of like, oh, what do I need to do? Staying. Yeah, I need to sleep somewhere, which is like, really the highlight of youth camp is trying to find somewhere to sleep. So what was the biggest like change for you, changing from like a camper to a worker? Because you've been doing it for 2 years now.
Well, my biggest transition, I guess, was taking on that role of being a worker instead of being a camper, which I guess it wasn't as hard as I thought. I thought it might be a little bit harder than it was, but I really enjoyed it. One thing I think would be harder is if I wouldn't be able to interact with the kids and I wouldn't have time to interact with them. That has definitely been awesome. I still get to be with the kids during some part of the day, so I really, really enjoyed that. I think the hardest part is not being in the middle of the hustle and bustle. Which I really enjoyed it. And I know this is not the same way for all kids, but I loved getting my phone taken away for a week. That was the highlight. I was like, I would look forward to camp when I could give them my phone and not have to worry about it for a week, not have to worry about texts and phone calls and all that type of thing. Definitely wish as a worker they could take my phone away. I guess I could leave it at the house, but Yeah, it's definitely been great so far. I've loved it. Services this evening was great. It was good to be able to get in with the kids and see them pray and seek God. And yeah, it's been great so far. I've loved it.
It's been awesome. And I really think that's interesting because like a lot of the kids, that's the worst part of the camp. But for some people it is, and I agree with you. It's one of those things that you don't realize how cool it is until you you don't have that option.
Yes,
and I go to other camps and they don't take your phones away. And it's just like everybody's always not on them all the time, but it's just weird because I'm so used to not having them and it's just a part of life.
Yeah. It's really enjoyable. You don't have that because I know nowadays you sit anywhere at church function, anywhere you hang out with friends, they're on their phone.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we'll be showing you this, which there's nothing wrong with it. We all do it.
Sure.
But it's whenever we get to come here, it's like you get that one-on-one time with people kind of forced to have conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I don't encourage you to text in church, but with having my phone as a worker, like a big part of it was like trying to find stuff like the song we had or whatnot. So I'm like trying to think of what can I use and so that kind of thing. So I kind of text back and forth, which I'm kind of doing a self-inflicted phone takeaway because my phone was at 5% last I checked, and it usually goes down from 5 to 1 in about 2 minutes. So there we go. Perfect.
Oh, goodness.
That's why I'm not the guy behind that. I would have never thought of that, Brother Levi.
That was perfect.
Yeah, so it's been such a fun week already. It's been the first night, and everybody's gotten settled into their dorms. Thank goodness I am no longer one of them. I am staying in a house 5 miles away.
Yes.
And that's another thing that like I think I actually enjoy more is I told
having
people
your
like,
own
I did my
space.
time. I did my time in the dorms. It's like prison, you know.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad for me personally in the dorms. One thing that it gets a little stressful with like 7-minute showers on the dot, sometimes 5 depending on how many people's there. But it's definitely a great experience. In a way, I do miss the dorms. You get to hang out with the girls, you get to help each other with their hair, you get to talk, you get to hang out. But yeah, definitely enjoying my own space this year.
Yeah, a lot of things are lacking in the boys' dorm from that experience. No helping with hair. 4-minute showers at maximum.
I know, and y'all's hot water gets turned off. We don't have
so
that
funny.
problem.
It's so funny. They'll throw ice on people. It's like a totally different experience. But like I understand that because I want to stay in the shower for the longest time. And it's like there's so many guys that just sit on their beds until like the last 10 minutes they have.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to get people through. But that's another thing that like as a worker, I'm like, oh, that's so easy to just go. And what's funny is I still was stressed because of I was doing podcast stuff in the afternoon for my own podcast.
You're like, I can take a 3-second shower.
I literally, it's like I got to go immediately, even though it was like 10 minutes away, but it was perfect. So yeah, we're looking forward to another great couple nights of services. The activities are going to be amazing, and we're going to keep our eyes out for people who we can interview. And we're looking forward to having people watch these later and kind of say, oh, this is cool. What was going on in the week that maybe I didn't notice? Because, sometimes we get wrapped up in our own little bubble. But I don't know how long Brother Matney wants me to do this. And he didn't really tell me anything other than get in there, brother. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you've enjoyed the live stream. And we're going to leave you with a couple seconds of that song that you just heard. We'll let you close it out. And thank you guys so much, and see you guys tomorrow night.
You had us bound for way too long. I'm going to raise my hands towards heaven. I'm going to sing me a happy song.